Maybe. Technical difficulties. Come on. Are you ready? Oh, baby! Check it out now. Welcome back to the perpendicular mouth. Violating the whole way on the mouth. We're about to show you motherfuckers what we're talking about. So relax and pick up the club. Never kidding on the mic. Yeah, we do that. You got an old show and I thought you knew. Realize what brothers ain't. Everything all I do is to sit back and take a brew. All we do, we do. Welcome to the perpendicular mouth. We're back. Violating ear holes, defecating on the MIC. My name is Zach. The man to my right and or left, his name is Realize. Whoa. We go hard so you can keep it soft and silky like a Velveteen Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make sure I emphasize that point because people don't remember Velveteen Rabbits. Do you remember Mama's Velveteen Rabbit up on her armoire back in the 70s?
My mama didn't have an armoire. We came from an armoire-less family.
Man, that's just sad for you. I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too. I didn't know what I was missing until you rubbed it in my face and my gullet.
We have a wonderful show for you today. Today, we are going to discuss something new, something different, because we gave the choice to you, the perps.
Huge mistake. Huge mistake. You know, we could have had so many topics. I had an entire meme, an entire chart that I put together of America's favorite sandwiches. We could have had a sandwich discussion, but no, you don't want to talk about sandwiches. We could have talked about badasses. You know, who's the biggest badass of all time? But no, you don't want to talk about badasses. We could have talked about divas, you know? There's a lot of divas we could have debated. But no, what do you want to talk about? Pizza toppings and baby animals.
It came in as a tie with the thousands and thousands of votes. Thousands of votes. Everybody weighed in on this, very passionate about their topics. Exactly 50% said pizza toppings. Exactly 50% said baby animals. So, why did we split the difference? What are we going to do?
Well, this is a democracy, so let's give the people what they want. And on today's show, the greatest baby animal that can also be a pizza topping of all time.
That's right. So that's going to be a fun one. But before we do that, just want to touch briefly on last week's episode, or not last week, it was last month, 2 months ago, about the greatest trilogies of all time.
Yeah.
Can we just say that finally we got it right? Everybody agreed with us that the greatest trilogy of all time was the original Star Wars trilogy. Good job.
Hooray us. We are so great. Can we take
I think it also proves that we know what we're talking about, and that when we say something is the greatest something of all time, we're right.
Yeah, so listen to us and then just, you know, take it for what it is. But on today's show,
hashtag street cred.
That's right. So before we get into the pizza topping, though, I think we should discuss what constitutes the nature of a pizza. What makes it a pizza?
Okay. What makes a pizza a pizza?
What makes a pizza a pizza?
Is it crackers?
Well, no.
Oh, man. That I don't know.
Okay. Well, then fine. Let me pull teeth here. You got crust. You got sauce. You got cheese. And sometimes you can even do vegetables or fruit.
That's true. That's true. There are a lot of new places now that are doing build your own pizza. It's a hot new trend these days where you can have a wide variety of crust choices, sauce choices, cheese choices, topping choices. Yeah, and some places you can just go and just pick your baby animal and they will put your baby animal on the pizza.
That one's called Blaze. That's the one LeBron owns. They got they got baby chicks right behind the counter. Fresh, yellow, fuzzy chicks. Boom. Throw that shit right in the oven.
And they're delicious.
Tastes like a pea.
Yep. So then rather than jumping right into the topics, let's do our play-in round as crust versus sauce versus cheese versus vegetables. Because all the baby animals are not going to be vegetables. Those are all going to be meats and proteins. So we'll leave them to go up against the winner of our play-in round, crust, sauce, cheese, and vegetables, because we need to know what's the most important and what deserves to go up against the meat, which is really the best part of the pizza.
Now, let me ask you this. Is fruit a part of vegetables? Because, sometimes people put pineapple on their pizza.
Pineapple is delicious, but I think it's the only, well, okay, you know what? Let's include fruit. Because not only pineapple, there's also tomato. People put tomatoes on pizza. It's mostly British. I don't know why they do it. It doesn't taste good. But people put tomato on pizza. They put pineapple on pizza. Now, pineapple is delicious. Are you a pineapple on pizza guy?
I like a pineapple on a Hawaiian pizza.
Because it's delicious. There are people out there, terrible, incorrect, morally wrong people who believe that pineapple has no place on a pizza.
Yeah, they have yuck mouths. Now I agree for the most part. A traditional slice of pepperoni or pepperoni and sausage, delicious on its own. And you know what I think that comes from? Because pizza, I mean, yes, it came from Italy originally, but the East Coast, they're really kind of nailing it. And then it gets into Chicago with deep dish, and we can get into that whole discussion later. But I think their produce is not as good over there. The produce comes from the West Coast. So I think the pineapple is probably fresher out here. So you put some pineapple on a Hawaiian, a Canadian bacon, you put on, even with pepperoni. Pepperoni and pineapple is not bad. You ever tried that?
That's an interesting theory. I never thought of it that way. And yes, I have, because my go-to is I like all the meats, and then I'll put some black olives, and I'll put a little pineapple to kick up the flavor. That's what I like. What's your go-to?
My favorite is probably just a combo, which to me is pepperoni and Italian sausage. That's enough.
Pepperoni and sausage. That's all you need. You don't want any vegetables. You don't want any fruits. You don't want anything like that.
In fact, if we're going through these four, we're talking about cheese, sauce, crust, and vegetables. I'm already saying, get vegetables the hell out of here. We don't need vegetables.
Vegetables have no place on a pizza.
We don't need vegetables. Vegetables are for vegetarian. Vegetables are for salad.
That's right. Put vegetables in your salad and put some salad dressing on it. We already discussed the dressings. We know which is the greatest dressing of all time. So put that dressing on your vegetables, on your salad, leave it there, leave it off my pizza.
Yeah, boom, sound the horn. In fact, I'm going to grab my bell, entertain the perps. I'll be back.
All right, I'm going to play some music. Here we go.
I'm back already.
Oh, I was playing music.
I'm already back. It's just that quick. Brother Zach, when you're right, you're right. And when you're right, you know what you deserve? Recognition, my friend. Recognition.
It's not one of those?
Sometimes. What do we got left? We got sauce, we got crust, and cheese.
So what, in your opinion, is the most important part? Is it, what makes a pizza? Is it the crust, the sauce, or the cheese?
Well, I'll tell you, it's not the cheese, because some people are lactose intolerant. You can have a cheeseless pizza, or you can have that new fake cheese that vegans use. I don't know what it's made out of. Nuts and bolts.
I don't know what's in it, but they have it. We have a mod pizza. Have you had mod pizza? We got a mod pizza right around the corner here. It's a make your own pizza place. But the brand is Daya, D-A-Y-A. Got lactose-free cheese. And you know what? It's good. It tastes good. Yes, it tastes good. It tastes good. It may not be exactly like mozzarella, but you don't notice a difference. You don't notice a difference on the pizza. You eat the pizza. It's not like goat cheese. People put goat cheese on pizza. That's terrible.
I like goat cheese. I like goat cheese.
You put it on your pizza?
I've had it on pizza. Sure. Some pizza have goat cheese.
There are two types of pizza off the top of my head that belong, or two types of cheese off the top of my head that belong on a pizza: mozzarella or as purists say, mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
And Parmesan cheese.
Yeah,
Parmesan cheese on a pizza kicks it up a notch.
Now, how do you feel about a Parm Romano blend?
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, if you want like a blend, maybe some Romano cheese. I don't know the difference. It all tastes like I wouldn't. If you put Parmesan and Romano and I did taste tests, I wouldn't know.
Both just dried aged cheese that smell like feet.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just sprinkle that on. It kicks it up a little bit. And you know what? I've also gone to chili flakes in my old age too. I'm okay with that. A little bit of red chili flakes. That's okay. Oh, wait. Does red chili flakes count as vegetable?
Yeah.
It is red chili. Okay.
Well, does that come from a vegetable?
Red chili is a vegetable.
You can't be bringing veggies back into this with your red chili flake retroactively.
It's out. I kicked it out.
It's gone. You know what? So is cheese. Cheese is not one of the top things. I think it really comes down to if we're going between crust and sauce.
I think you're right because the cheese is kind of universally the same. You're not going to get like weird. Nobody's putting cheddar or nobody's putting nacho cheese on a pizza. It's not happening. It's pretty universal.
Taco Bell might be putting some nacho cheese on a pizza. I wouldn't hold that. They might do that.
A Mexican pizza? Mexican pizza. I haven't had Mexican pizza in years. I don't even know if I like
Mexican pizza.
Yeah, it's not bad. I haven't had one in a long time. I'll bet it's good. In fact, I want to go get one.
About Taco Bell. It's all just repurposed diarrhea, and I love it.
Yeah, probably. And I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time, but you know what? I want some. And there was a Taco Bell commercial last night. We were watching Handmaid's Tale, and it came like, get a party pack for your next party, and you can have it delivered now. Taco Bell delivers. So you can just have a party pack delivered to your house. You can have regular tacos. You have the soft taco. You can have the Doritos Locos tacos.
Wow.
Just have it like a party pack delivered to your house. And I was this close.
You know that you can modify stuff. So let's say I love me a cheesy gordita crunch. You know what you can do? You can say, hey, why don't you go ahead and slide one of them nacho cheese Doritos Locos taco shells right in my cheesy gordita crunch. Kick it up a notch.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. See, yeah, that's the good thing about Taco Bell is really good. Where you can just like mash everything together and just have like a taco ball, just a taco ball, and just eat it.
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah. All right. So when we talk about pizza,
crust and sauce.
All right. Well, I am of the opinion, despite what everybody says about all the fancy new sauces, doing Alfredo sauce, and people putting like barbecue sauce and aioli. The sauce kind of makes it because a good marinara sauce, a good, a little bit of oregano on, however they flavor, a good marinara sauce can make a pizza. You put a little extra sauce on the pizza, you make it flavorful. That's what really sets it off. I'm a big proponent of sauce as the most important ingredient on pizza.
Okay, and let me tell you why you're so wrong. Now, have you been to New York?
Absolutely not. I'm an LA guy.
Okay. The pizza as well as the bagels out there are substantially better than they are out here. Even if you go to a New York bagel place or quote unquote New York pizza place out on the West Coast, it's not as good. And what that has to do with absolutely 100% is the mineral content in the water in New York or East Coast, whatever's in it. I don't know if it's lime. I don't know what it is. It could be calcium. It could be shit that's killing you. Whatever's in that water, it makes their dough taste better. Just across the board, the bagels, the hot dog buns, the bread, the pizza dough. And because that pizza crust is so much better, it takes a good pizza to a great pizza. So I'm saying sauce, you can put on any kind of sauce. You can change sauce. You can never do tomato sauce and bring in, what do you think, pesto or Alfredo barbecue sauce on the barbecue chicken. You can do any of that and still make it a pizza as long as it's on some good dough.
A few things about that. Number one, I don't know where you heard that bullshit. The only thing in their water is rat feces, and most of them probably filter the water before they put it in the bread. I don't like that argument. I don't like it. So, number two, I've had New York style pizza. I've never been in New York and had the pizza in New York, but New York thin crust pizza is nowhere near as good as thick, deep dish Chicago style pizza.
Wow.
I have been to Chicago. I have had Chicago pizza. I've had Chicago pizza in Chicago. I've had Chicago pizza outside Chicago. There's a Giordano's in Phoenix where I frequent, and it's very good, very delicious. I don't remember if it tastes as good as the original Chicago, but it's still good. But deep dish pizza is vastly superior to thin crust New York style pizza.
Brother Zach, you've never been more wrong. I don't even know if that's pizza. That's like a casserole to me. That's almost a casserole. I don't know if that's okay. So it's got all the makings of a pizza in there. You got the sauce, you got meat, you got toppings, but they don't have crust. They make it's almost like a pie crust. You know, the way they do that, the deep dish, I think it's like flaky. It's like a casserole, man. It's like pie crust. I don't know how else to describe it. And to me, that's not even a pizza anymore. You made my point for me. The crust is what makes a pizza.
Oh, then let me ask you this. Because, first of all, you're very wrong about the thick crust. The deep dish pizza is where pizza is. Now, that said, it still tastes good. We can agree on that. Crust, you know, it tastes, whether it's deep dish or whatever. Would you eat crust by itself?
In New York, I would. That shit is delicious.
You just eat crust with nothing else. No sauce, no cheese, no anything else. You just have the crust and you just
butter and some garlic, some butter and some garlic on it. Sure, it's not pizza.
That's my point. You're putting butter and garlic on it. Now, first of all, deep dish, I think they do put a little butter. Maybe, you know, they seem a little bit because it's part of the whole thing. They put it in the pan. They got to, you know, they put some butter or whatever. Now, that said, with the sauce, you take that sauce, you're going to dip the crust in the sauce, right? You got breadsticks. People do breadsticks. They dip it in the marinara sauce. They dip it in that sauce because the sauce is where the flavor comes from. The sauce is the point.
Well, I think maybe we're at an impasse right now. So do you think we should leave it up to the perps? Whoever the first perp is to chime in with their answer, let them be the tiebreaker.
They're the winner.
Well, let them decide. Is it sauce or is it crust that makes a pizza a pizza? What is going to go up against these baby animals? Let's see. We got perps saying they agree with me. New York pizza all day.
That's because that was before I said what I said. And then they know I'm right. They said, oh, man, Zach just said that pizza crust by itself isn't good until you dip it in the sauce. That's true.
What they're saying is New York pizza, which to me may say more about thin crust over thick crust. Crust. They came in. Boom. There you go. You can't argue with it. It's in writing. Crust 2-1. Crust wins.
It's under protest because, first of all, the name crust by itself should tell you everything you need to know about its flavor. It's just the crust. It's the leftover crusty shit.
Okay, if we're going to talk about that, let's talk about how many millennials eat butt now. So they're obviously fans of crust. You know? Crust is in.
You're right. Point. That's a point.
Yeah, boom.
For me.
You know, I often wonder, what if the millennials are going to help out our herd immunity by eating so much ass that they're going to, you know, end up like preventing us from or future generations from having to deal with certain bacterial shit that was like, you know, we didn't have as much immunity because we weren't just tossing salad all day long. Like, we're from an era where eating butt was something that was a punishment in prison and not something you did by choice in a dorm room.
I'll be honest with you. I hope I don't live to see that day. All right, so let's move on to.
Well, the way you live, you probably won't. So, you know.
That's fair. I live a good life, first and foremost.
Hot dog, and Pepsi Cola.
Is that what you think I do with my life?
Yes, hot dogs and Pepsi Cola.
All right. How long do you think it's been since I've had a Pepsi Cola?
Yeah, I think you had one first thing when you woke up this morning after you brushed your teeth. You used it to rinse out your mouth.
That was close. I had one before I brushed my teeth, and then I had two after because it wasn't yet noon. Boom. And that's not. I had one when I flew last week, and before that, it's been a couple months. So
wow.
Eat that.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I often brush my teeth with a hot dog, and rinse my mouth out right with the hot dog water. So you know,
hot dog is delicious. Hot dog is
also not one of the best pizza toppings. Although people are putting hot dogs in the pizza crust. Fuck you, Pizza Hut. Fuck you.
Hot dog in the pizza crust?
They're doing it. I'm telling you, man. This country's this country is going to hell. Maybe that's what Trump meant by make America great again. He wanted the hot dogs back in the pizza crust.
Well, first of all, Trump would love hot dogs in the pizza crust, given his propensity for fast food. Number two, I didn't even touch on that. Didn't even think about this. This actually bolsters my argument. Crust is so bad that people start putting stuff in the crust to make it better because they have to improve it because crust is not as good as the sauce.
No, they're just enhancing the flavor. But we're moving on now, okay?
All right.
So we're already at crust. So now let's get into what the show's really about. It's not about what constitutes a pizza. It's about what cutesy wootsy little teeny tiny baby animals are delicious on pizza. So where do you want to start?
With adorable, delicious baby animals. Delicious ones. Now, and let me ask you this. Are you the type of man, because I'm just curious about this, are you the type of man that would be able to slaughter your own animal to make your own meat?
Woo!
I'll tell you this. I am not. I'm a soft American, and because I have a thing. Because we don't have to do that, because I'm not that hungry, I can just go to the grocery store and pick it up. I don't need to kill animals, so I'm not going to.
I'll tell you, there was a point in my life where I worked in a meat department in an Albertsons, and they had like the whole beef carcass in the back freezer, and they had a lot, or it might have been a pig. See, I don't even know. It was some rib cage. It was open. It was gross. Could I? Sure, if I had to. Like, let's say we're out in the middle of the mountains, I can't go anywhere, and we need to eat. There's a goat or something. Yeah. Do I want to? No, those are my friends. They're my little friends.
I don't mean in an apocalyptic scenario because, yeah, of course, if you're hungry, 100 years ago, not 100, 1,000 years ago, when, you can't just go down to the grocery store. Yeah, I'll go out and I'll, kill for food and do whatever I need to do. But now, in your suburban, white collar lifestyle, would you be able to go if they said, hey, we're not going to sell meat at the grocery store anymore, even if they sell meat at the grocery store, but you got to go down and they said, hey, we have this opportunity. We'll give you a free side of beef. You just got to slaughter the cow, and then you can have all the meat that you want from the cow for free. Would you do it?
I don't think I would, but I think I could. But I don't think I would anyways. I don't want to kill a cow.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. All right. Okay. Well, now that I brought the whole show down, here we go. Adorable.
We're talking about cutesy wootsy baby animals. So which cutesy wootsy do you want to start with? A calf?
Well, you want to start with the calf?
Well, you're talking about killing and slaughtering the cow.
I was just curious.
Well, let's just go right into the baby calf then.
All right. If I get if I get to it on the list and I say it, just remind me that we already did it.
Okay.
All right. So what's better, the crust or a cute little baby calf? Go.
Well, okay. So let's think here. Okay. What can you make out of a calf? You can make ground beef, right? It'd actually be ground veal, which makes it sound so much crueler. Would you like some ground veal? Like, what a huge asshole do you have to be to request the ground veal on your pizza? Do you have beef? Yes. How about veal? Do you have any ground veal? But
have you had veal?
Not for a long time. I remember it was really soft and delicious. But then once I was old enough to understand, hey, we're killing baby cows for no reason, then I cut all that out. It's good. Would I rather have ground veal on my pizza or crust? Crust.
This isn't an either-or scenario. This isn't you can choose to have like a marinara sauce spread over veal or a crust. This is what is more important to the flavor of a pizza, and what is paramount to the enjoyability of a pizza.
Okay, so then if we're gonna do it that way, which is actually a little more true to our topic, then I think let's put crust to the side, and understand that some crust is important for the pizza, right? And let's make it
winner.
Well, no. Let's go with two forms of beef. So you have your ground beef or ground veal, because we're extra disgusting about it, versus
talk about that. I'm gonna get the power cord.
Okay. Versus meatballs. Right?
You said balls.
That seems like the other option you get when you're putting your baby calf on the pizza. Now, I know personally, I prefer meatballs to ground beef. I don't really like ground beef anymore, man. I like it in like a spaghetti sauce or something like that.
What? Yeah, spaghetti or a cheeseburger? Come on, man.
Okay, but listen, here's my thing. Even a cheeseburger, this show is gonna get gross. When I start thinking about ground beef, I just imagine they take all the quality cuts away from the animal. Anything that can be a steak, the ribs, whatever. So what you're left with is byproducts, man. You got lips, you got face, you got tails and hoof meat and fat and gristle and whatnot, and they just ground that up and ship it right over to McDonald's.
But it's tasty.
No, we love it because it's probably filled with MSG, and I think the fat is what makes it so good because it just turns into grease, you know? But really, if even a meatball to me is similar, you know? But I think I'd rather have some slices or halves of meatball on my pizza than ground beef. Besides, if I'm gonna do anything ground, I already want the ground sausage. I'm going with the piglet, not the calf, you know?
Well, but there's also beef sausage. It's not just pork sausage. There's beef sausage as well.
Well, nobody put no dang beef sausage on my pizza. Right now, look, we got ground beef or ground veal versus the meatballs. Do you have a preference?
One of my favorite toppings, spicy chicken sausage.
Okay, well, we're not into the chick portion of the show yet.
But my point is the sausage can be something different too. But if we gotta go the two, aren't meatballs just ground beef?
Yeah, they're probably pretty similar, but they're round, and that's got to count for something.
Then meatballs.
Boom! What I'm saying, you know, when you're right, you're right. Sound the horn.
Okay, hang on. I think I just found somebody's hiding the power cord from me. I'm not going to say who.
Who would do?
Oh no! You know what? This is not even it.
All right. Well, look, is your computer going to die?
At some point.
Okay. Well, let me steer this ship then while you're running around like a crazy person in your office. So
you do that. Get to the next one. I'm gonna jump out. Entertain the person.
Fine. Okay. So, well, let me take this off. Zach is gone. Brother Zach. Just you and me, perps. So, what do we say? Meatballs, right? So, what's another animal? The piglet. The piglet is so cute. First off, let's talk about pigs for a second, perps. Okay? I'm convinced that a pig is the poor man's human flesh. I think that people don't have the strength of character to be cannibals. But honestly, if we were to eat each other, or think about it, what animal do you think would taste the most like us? You know, that's Nadine.
Chicken.
Hi, Nadine. Say hi to Nadine, perps.
Everything tastes like chicken. That's what everybody's deciding.
No, I think pigs probably taste like people because they're pink and they're spongy. Tastes like,
you know what tastes like people? Soylent Green is people.
This guy. All I'm saying is, look. Here's what I'm saying. Meatballs versus piglet stuff. So if we're eating little parts of piglets, what part of piglet, what can you make out of a piglet? Well,
sausage.
Let's start there. Sausage.
Ham.
Well, hold on. Let's tackle these one at a time. So
we're going through every single one? Oh man.
Yeah, baby.
Hang on. Is this a good picture of my junk?
Is that what that is? Yeah.
Yep. That's my junk.
Okay, then fine. So we got meatballs. What the hell's going on over there?
Oh, just, normal stuff.
Okay. Well, look, I told you I'm a sausage guy. All right?
That's true.
I like it.
I've always said that about you.
It's delicious. It's delicious. This sausage, just as gross if you think about it as ground beef. Same deal. All the random leftover parts ground up with some sort of spices up in there. And then to make it extra disgusting, the casing, I'm pretty sure, is like an intestine tube or something nasty, isn't it?
That sounds, yeah. That sounds
Right?
accurate. Yeah.
I think the sausage casing is their washed out intestine or something just like nasty.
That sounds right.
Why do we eat meat? Meat is so gross.
Oh, no. Meat is delicious.
It's delicious because we're conditioned to, but talking it out, this fucking sounds filthy.
And filthy delicious.
No, well, okay, yeah, filthy delicious. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
All right, I can't argue with that.
Right. That's why. It's because it's the reason. I mean, we could eat all vegetables, but that's why we don't. It's because meat is delicious.
I think you got to
burger and meat is delicious.
Lower your screen just a little bit more because we're saying that. That's what I want to do. Okay, all right.
You just want to read my shirt?
No, okay, fine. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. All right.
What's this?
Okay, so are we both in agreement then between meatballs and sausage as a pizza topping? It's clearly sausage, right?
Yes, because meatballs are not really a pizza top. Meatballs are good on spaghetti, but
and in a meatball sub with some marinara sauce, a little provolone.
Mm-hmm. And you know what makes it? The marinara sauce. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. All right,
all right, we good on that? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I got the horn.
All right. So then if we're continuing down this piglet hole.
The piglet path.
What?
The piglet path.
If we're continuing this walk down the piglet path, then I think we get into another wonderful pig varietal, Canadian bacon. Huh?
That's just ham. The Canadians want to say it's bacon. It's not bacon. It's ham. It's just ham. It's crispy ass ham.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It doesn't have to be crispy, but it is just maybe thin sliced ham. Just a small little cut of ham.
But I guess let me ask you this: which is better, sausage or some crispy ass little ham?
Sausage. No. All
Does
right.
that bring us to real bacon?
Oh, just straight up bacon.
Straight up real bacon. You put real bacon on pizza? Are you kidding me?
Hell yes. Shit. Well, now we're at a conundrum. Because bacon does make everything taste better.
Not everything. I had a bacon teeny in Las Vegas at one of the stupid little casinos. It's like $16. I didn't have one. I had a drink of somebody else's, and I almost vomited.
Why would you do that?
Because you got to taste it.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had the bacon topping on a maple donut?
Interesting. No, but I would do it.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
You know, there's a place here just around the corner from my house. It's like a pastry shop. They do the maple bars, and then if you go to the farmers market, the College Place Farmers Market on a Thursday night, shout out. It's like a build your own maple bar, and so you do the maple bar is the base, and then they have like sprinkles and crushed up Oreo cookies and bacon and little cherries and like whatever topping. It's like a sundae, but for a maple bar.
It's weird. I like it.
It is delicious. It is fantastic. It is worth the trip just for that every single time.
I mean, look, I'm not saying I wouldn't try it. I would try it. It sounds good. Did I ever tell you there was a show on TV a couple years back called Frankenfood. Had you ever heard of that?
I did, yeah. Where they like just combined stuff that was supposed to be delicious,
right?
Like the donut cheeseburger.
Exactly, and they're just going all over the country. So New York, yeah, Manhattan was the donut cheeseburger. Essentially what they're doing is like some restaurant would be opening up in whatever city they're in, Austin, San Francisco, New York, Manhattan, wherever. And whoever won the competition would have their featured item or creation on the menu as the winner of New York's Frankenfood, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I came up with my idea of what I would create as my Frankenfood if they ever came to Los Angeles. Like, here go. It's a salted caramel pretzel dog. Essentially what you do is you start with a pretzel bun with how the traditional warm pretzel has that kosher salt or whatever the bigger salt is on it, on the pretzel. That's on your bun. And then inside I would do a bacon wrapped all beef foot long hot dog. Okay, so we're starting there. You got a all beef. That's a LA staple, is the street dog, the bacon wrapped hot dog. Put that in there in your pretzel dog. Now, here's where we get weird. The only garnish that would come on it is caramelized onions. So, sliced onions cooked in a lot of butter with a little brown sugar to give it a little sweetness to it. So that's topping it. And then just to be excessive, you already got your pretzel bun, you got your bacon wrapped hot dog, you got your caramelized onions, and then the garnish over the top is warm caramel. And that's my idea. So you get the sweet and the savory, the bacon saltiness, the salty of the bun, the pretzel bun itself, and then cut it with the sweet of the caramelized onions and the caramel. Would you eat that?
Oh yeah. And maybe a little maple syrup drizzle right on the top.
You think so? You don't think that's taking it too far?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I want to try that out. If nothing else, I think it could be good as a you make a little like a little cocktail thing to taste. But
it's a good party food.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll try it out. We do our little fantasy football draft parties. Maybe I'll try it out. We'll see.
There you go. That's perfect. Little smokies. Get the little smokies. Wrap them in the bacon. Little pretzel action.
Dip it right in the caramel.
I ain't hating.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's see. Sausage versus the bacon. Now on a pizza, that's what really makes the qualifier for me, because
yeah, but you got to remember, this isn't like strips of bacon. This is like the heated, cooked bacon. It's like bacon crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not. We're not talking like chunks of bacon that you eat. It's just a nice flavoring all throughout the pizza.
Well, I'm leaning towards sausage right now because we haven't even gotten to my favorite teeny tiny cutesy wootsy little baby animal that's delicious on a pizza, or form that's delicious on a pizza, which to me would be the pepperoni. That's my favorite way to eat a piglet is pepperoni. And if I had pork? Pepperoni is pork. Yeah.
I thought pepperoni was like a mishmash of all kinds of fatty stuff that they just make it spicy.
We might have to ask our producer. You want to ask the producer now? Because my whole point is this. If there's pepperoni and sausage, which is the combo pizza I like, I don't need to add bacon too. That sounds like it's going to give me a cardiac arrest or something.
That's a good question. I'm going to ask. What's in pepperoni?
According to Wikipedia, pepperoni is an American variety of salami, made from cured pork and beef mixed together and seasoned with paprika or other chili pepper.
Oh,
paprika.
Salami? It's a form of salami with pork and beef mixed together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you mix the pork and the beef, it's always pretty good. It's always pretty good.
And so but I think we have to leave it out though, because it's not a pure baby animal.
You would think by now, that's a good point. You would think by now they would have mated a pig and a cow to create a separate breed of animal specifically to be slaughtered into pepperoni burgers.
You want to make pows?
Pow.
Mm-hmm. They sound delicious.
Oh yeah.
They sound delicious. And you just cut them up and they make pepperoni.
Pow. Right in the kisser.
But Sausage versus bacon. Which is better on a pizza?
I'm going sausage. Final answer.
I gotta agree. And again, we're talking specifically pork sausage because we're talking cute little baby piglets. We're not talking anything else. And I believe with that, we have exhausted the piglet varietal of the pizza toppings. And we started on calf, but we didn't really get down the calf road.
Oh, there's more?
Switched over to piglet. Oh, there's more.
There's more on the calf road?
What about beef sausage?
Okay, so we're going piglet sausage versus calf sausage or veal sausage?
Yeah.
All right, straight up piglet sausage versus calf sausage.
No, I'm curious. Now, Italians, what is Italian sausage? What's in Italian sausage?
I think it's just the seasonings. I think that really starts just coming down to what you're seasoning with.
Refers to a style of pork sausage.
Pork sausage. So you know what? We got to do Italian sausage versus regular sausage. I'm going to make it quick. Italian sausage isn't that great as a topping in and of itself. It has to be surrounded by a bunch of other stuff. Otherwise, it doesn't taste good. Agree?
No, isn't Italian sausage just sausage?
No, Italian sausage has like the extra like weird flavoring to it. It has like a weird aftertaste.
You know, there's this one spice. I don't know what it is. It's green. It's an herb, but it looks like a seed. They're kind of long. They're oval. I don't know what it is, but I see them in sausage a lot. Fennel. I want to say it's fennel. You know what that is?
I know of fennel. I couldn't tell you what fennel is.
Maybe ask our producer if they'd be slipping fennel in our sausage.
Do they be slipping fennel in our sausage? She did not like that. She did not like that answer. Is there fennel in sausage? Didn't like that answer.
What is
Doesn't
she?
like it.
Siri, get out of here.
That's no Siri. Siri's terrible. I go straight to Google, which is I think Cortana or something.
I'm telling you right now, they be slipping fennel in our sausage. And I don't know if that's the Italian sausage, but whatever it is, then knock that off. We don't need all that. What are you doing? You rinsing your mouth out with some hot dog water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good old hot dog water. I did a lot of gardening before we came in here. So
all right, then fine.
I'm a big dust.
I heard there actually some companies making hot dog ice cream. It might be like Oscar Mayer. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're using the hot dog water in the ice cream itself, but they are talking about like a sweet mustard is like a ribbon in it and and all this shit. Oh, no. God.
Mustard ice cream is here and it needs to go away. I say no ice cream.
I'm pretty sure it's in mustard ice cream. You got to Google it.
No, the horn is sounded. The mustard ice cream is out.
Good. Yes. Gone.
All right. But what about the Italian sausage?
You're good now. You go, mustard ice cream.
And listen, I'm just going to make an executive decision and say pork sausage, just regular sausage, is better than the Italian sausage because Italian sausage by itself is kind of weird.
Yeah, but didn't they just say that the Italian sausage is all pork and that regular sausage is, it's pepperoni beef?
Yeah, but I think it has like extra sauce, spices and weird
fennel.
stuff.
Got fennel up in there, man.
It's got fennel.
Nobody wants your fennel seeds.
All the fennel.
Okay, so what won? Piglet or calf?
Well, piglet, because I think pork sausage is better than beef sausage, right? I mean, that's the standard sausage.
Yeah, okay. All right, so if we got sausage, the sausage, then sausage is going up against what?
Well, listen, we got to switch baby animals because we're out of pork, we're out of calf.
Okay.
We're out of piglet, we're out of calf. Now we got to switch to cute little baby chick.
Oh,
now,
chick.
I said earlier, since we're already doing sausage, I said one of my favorite toppings on a pizza is spicy chicken sausage. It's healthier, it's spicier, and it's tastier.
So when you're talking about, I guess it'd be chick sausage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cute little bit of chick sausage.
All right, then fine. So, it's so weird to think of chicks as a pizza topping in and of themselves because they're so like little and cute. Like you can't get that much meat off a chick.
That's true.
That's
true.
So you just got to use a lot of them. You got to just kill it.
And they're tasty.
You got to kill a shitload of those babies. Okay. Okay. So if I'm going to do chicken sausage, is it like a sliced link rather than ground sausage?
It's a ground sausage. It's just like little chunks of it. It's just the same way that you see like a pork sausage on there. It's just little shards, just the same way. It appears similar in form to pork sausage, but the taste is more chickeny, and it's got a little spice to it.
Anytime I've had chicken sausage, the ones I can remember, I've had it in a link, and it was like chicken sausage with apple. Like they put apple right in the sausage with it. Is that the way you've had it or no?
No, this is just a regular spicy one. But I guess the distinction to be made, in fairness, even though it is my favorite topping, is that spicy chicken sausage is kind of a niche thing, whereas in general you're going to find the pork sausage everywhere.
Which is why I think we got to kind of go back with the piglet, is because it is more common. If someone says, give me pepperoni and sausage, the sausage they're likely getting is piglet.
Regular old piglet pork sausage, and I would tend to agree, even though if you get a chance, get you some spicy chicken sausage next time you get a pizza.
Take that, perps. Take that advice to the bank.
All right, so let's move on to the next cute little baby chick thing, and that is just chicken. Just regular old chicken that you put, generally, you will find this on a barbecue chicken pizza.
So I wake up when you say hi.
On a barbecue chicken pizza that you put barbecue sauce instead of marinara, and you just put like strips of chicken or like you make a barbecue chicken pizza. Is that good to you?
Well, truth be told, I just got back from lunch with my mom and my wife. Hi, Mama, if you're watching.
My wife.
Yeah, we went to CPK, and I was looking at some of the pizzas they have, and they have like a garlic chicken pizza. They have a barbecue chicken pizza, Thai chicken pizza. Lots of ways to do the chicken. And it's good, man. You like a barbecue chicken pizza?
It's all right. I'd rather just have like a barbecue chicken sandwich or barbecue chicken by itself. But
what about a garlic chicken pizza? You ever try that?
No, I don't think I have. But
you like garlic? Are you a garlic guy?
Oh, I love garlic. Yeah, I use garlic. Yeah.
How about onions? Do you like all that shit that makes you smell bad? Comes out of your pores and has you funky?
Onions are all right. I'm coming around to it. Up here we have Walla Walla sweet onions that are good for cooking with certain things. Regular white onions, I sometimes take them. I don't put them on my hamburger. It's not that kind of like for onions. It's not good on hamburger. Like chunks of eating chunks of onions is not
like
good.
An apple? Now I'm not talking about just biting into a onion like an apple.
Oh no. But I'm talking about like onion rings of onions on your burger. Like they put the ring on there, or onion rings by themselves. Don't do it.
You don't like onion rings? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, because that's where I was going with it. Is a raw onion is overpowering. Okay, it's too much. Cutting a raw onion, eating raw onion. Maybe what does raw onion go well with?
Pico de gallo.
Fair. There you go. Okay, something like that.
That's the best use. That's the best use of a raw onion.
You're right. But to me, because I put onion in almost everything I cook, but the only reason I do that is the same reason I cook with mushrooms. It's a vehicle for butter. So I'll take a thing of chopped onions, 2, 3 chopped onions. Truth be told, I buy them already chopped because I'm a pussy and will cry if I have to do it myself. I don't want to do it. But you take the onions and boom, you cook an entire stick of butter. Put a whole stick of butter in there, melt it, and the onions will absorb all the butter right into them. And it no longer tastes like onion. It's just literally a vehicle for butter, and you can put it in anything. You put in some in your eggs, put some in your sauce, put some in your, I don't know, what do you want? Your vegetables, you're going to eat something? Because boom, buttery goodness tastes right there.
And when's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Relatively recently. I'm surprisingly healthy for a man as pear-shaped as I am. Can we talk about pear-shape for a moment? When we took that photo of you and I from my wedding, and we made it the flyer for this episode of the show, someone had made the comment, Al did, split lip, Kurt Witt, red eye. Okay, he had made
a lot of names.
He's got a lot of names. He had made the comment, who wore it better between you and I? And I got to be honest, you looked good in that suit, as was evident by the fact that we were both tagged in that photo. And that's one of the few photos of us both with regards to this show that you did not remove the tag, because I think you looked better than me in that suit. And you're like, yes, I look very handsome, very svelte. And this man on his wedding day is pear-shaped. He looks like he's got a big Zion booty. He's got a spare tire around the midsection. And he's got, it looks like maybe some pepperoni areolas. That's assuming they're not. Okay? They're not pepperoni shaped. But I think all that can be implied in the photo of us holding hands like the twins from The Shining. What say you?
Oh, that one. Okay, I see. I didn't even know what picture you were talking about. I saw that picture, and let me let you in on a little secret. I don't untag myself from any of those photos because I always look better. Because I'm a damn good-looking man. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
All right. I mean, no, it's fair. I'm just saying, look, I'm a giant person. I'm 6'7". I weigh 270. It's hard. I should probably just be doing push-ups and crunches every day, but sometimes I don't want to. I want to eat Oreo cookie cereal, smoke a bowl, and pass out on the couch and make that my, my Tuesday. So what are you going to do? Look, nobody's perfect, all right? You can't have this kind of brilliance wrapped up in a svelte body as well. Take what you can. Damn.
It's true. Oh, and there he goes. There he goes. Oh. I knew this was coming. I knew it was coming. The first time I saw that picture, I knew this was coming. I saw that picture, and I said, you know what? It's going to happen. It's going to be a whole, like, The Shining thing, and he's going to tag us in it. And then all of a sudden, he's going to realize how good-looking I am, and that he is clearly the B-side in the good-looking side of this podcast. And then it's all going to go to hell.
I told myself I wasn't going to cry. I told myself I wasn't going to cry. Let me put this living room back together before my wife comes home.
That's probably a good idea. And just for the record, just to clear everything up, in that picture, your size, not your girth, but your 6'7" frame and your general masculine physique makes me look like a tiny little skinny 8-year-old girl.
Yeah, but you look, you're proportional. Like, I don't think, now it's one thing when people who know us in real life, not just this interweb life of ours, but people who actually know us know that I'm just a fucking altered beast, and it's unfair to hold me to regular standards of anything. Don't meet to those standards. But the internet folks, they can be cruel, and they cut deep like a knife, a hot knife into butter, and that's my emotions.
Mm-hmm. Well, and while you're shaped like a stick of butter, I'm shaped like the knife, so it all goes that way. What were we
Okay,
debating?
Fair enough. Sausage versus chicken on pizza, man. I'm going sausage.
Man, sausage is running away with this. I gotta tell you, sausage is really good and it's really tasty. And I don't know if anything can bring it down because pepperoni is a mishmash. It's not in here. There's no pepperoni coming down the pipe.
No, but let me say this real quick before we move on into some of the other animals. We have to get into one other form of baby chicken, and this is not found very often on pizza, but I have experienced it on a form of pizza, and that's eggs. Okay, now have you ever heard of eggs? You ever heard of cacciapuri? Excuse me now.
Chicken eggs. You're talking about chicken eggs.
Chicken eggs. You ever heard of cacciapuri?
I've heard of catch a predator.
No. This is cacciapuri. You ever had a cacciapuri?
No.
You ever heard of cacciapuri?
No. It sounds naughty and wrong, and I don't want any part of it.
Let me tell you about the puri, okay? The cacciapuri is pretty good. Essentially, I thought it was a Russian pizza offshoot. And I was wrong. You can Google this. I think it comes from the current country of Georgia, which is, part of the former Soviet Union. I think it's near the Ukraine. I could be wrong about all that. But essentially, they take a pizza dough and they form it into the shape of a vagina. Okay? That might be the puri right there. Okay? The puri, they form it right into the shape of the puri. Wink your face. And they make a ridge out of the crust around it, and they fill the inside with butter and garlic and cheese. And then I think they just take an egg and they just crack an egg so the yolk is still intact, and they bake it just like that. So when you get it, it might be their version of cheese bread, like
this sounds like a calzone.
No, because the calzone has the crust over the top as well. This is open face. So essentially it's literally just a vagina shape. What?
It's a pizza pocket.
No, because that's inside too. It's not vagina shaped in the sense of it has an inner canal. It's vagina shaped in the sense of it's like a teardrop shaped.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Are you aware of how a vagina works?
Oh, no. Are any of us exactly aware how it works?
Touche. So you're saying it's a flatbread pizza, like a flatbread.
Yes.
It's a vaginal shaped flatbread.
Correct. So
couldn't that just be a regular flatbread and you could have left the vagina out of it?
No, because I would say that the flatbread is more penis shaped. This is more vagina shaped.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And the egg yolk on top of the cacciapuri looks like a giant yellow clip.
Oh my. Okay. Well, how is this a pizza?
It's on pizza dough. We said dough is the most important quality to make a pizza.
No, you said dough.
No. Let me tell you about this dough. Okay. I and the perps were in tandem telling you about that dough.
A female deer.
We can talk about that later too. I mean, I'm sure people put venison, a little Bambi, a little baby deer on your pizza. No
Bambi pizzas. That sounds terrible. Who would put that? Venison's gamey. It's kind of tough. You don't want that. You want something soft.
Ate that. You ate that before? You ate venison?
Oh yeah. I've had Bambi burgers and Bambi jerky and all kind of, yeah.
You did all that?
Oh yeah. My dad used to bow hunt deer, and he'd come back with some deer and make up some good food.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's have an offshoot. You notice this mustache of mine?
No, I don't see well, but thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah. Well, I have a mustache, and I got some other fuzz all up around my face now because after I shaved, I was just rocking a mustache. And my wife, she had come home. I was asleep, and she came in. She was gonna give me a kiss, and she came down, and she was about within a half an inch from kissing me, and then got a good look at me and just like froze in her tracks. It was like, oh no, no, and she just backed away, and then yeah.
I don't blame her. I mean, do you really want to exacerbate your pear-shapedness with a filthy mustache?
My face doesn't look like a pear. My face looks like the stem on the top of the pear.
I think that's fair. And by the way, a great observation on your part.
Yeah.
It's also been firmly established that me with a mustache is also not appropriate, just in general terms, to be out in society with that. I can imagine that your mustache would be very similar.
Well, she was saying that I looked like her dad, which was weird. No, I don't. And then later on that night before I left, I gave her a kiss, and she's like, "Oh, you stabbed me! You stabbed me with it!" And I was thinking, I'm like, this freaking chick right here, man. It's not like I had a secret stash that I slipped on in place of the one that I normally have when I have a goatee. Don't try to hit me with like, oh, it's so stabby now. Like, no. Maybe the mustache wax played a part, but I don't care. I don't want to hear all that. To me, it's just you can't handle that I look like Wyatt Earp, and it's too damn masculine for you. Okay?
Can I tell you, you left a lot of stuff out of that story that when you brought it in at the end of the story, like the mustache wax and the Wyatt, you brought a lot of stuff in at the end that had no context to it. But you know what? You made it a good story.
Right on. All right, sausage and eggs. So eggs can go on a pizza, on the khachapuri.
No.
But is it better than sausage?
No. No. No.
No.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
The egg doesn't have a place on the pizza to begin with. Just because some Russians or Georgians put it on there doesn't make it right.
Fine. All right. So what other kind of animals do we got? Oh,
Huh?
No, you know what other animal eggs you can put on there? Fish.
Oh, yeah. We're moving on to fish. We're done with all the chickens. We're done with all the piglets. We're done with all the calves. Now we're moving on to the little fishies. Little delicious fishies. You put fish eggs on there. You said you can put caviar on a pizza?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is that strictly for rich people? Because I've only known caviar to be eaten by rich white people. I assume that only rich white people would have caviar on their pizza. And I don't even know if rich white people eat pizza because it seems like poor people food.
I would say that rich yellow Asians also eat caviar on things. So it's not just rich white people. It's also rich yellow people.
That's fair.
You know, caviar is delicious if you do it right. But I think it's better, as you mentioned, in a small amount, a dollop. If you get a little, I don't know what you call it when you toast a little piece of bread. What is that? Is that a cracker?
Toast?
Yeah, it's like a little piece of toast. Okay?
Toast. Huh.
Yes, you get a little piece of toast, a little toasted thing of French bread. You put a little something creamy on there, some good taste sauce. You put a little vegetable, like a little pickled carrot or a little tomato that had been in some olive oil with some basil on there or something like that, and just a little dollop of the black caviar. And you will nut in your pants. Or if you're a lady, you'll lady nut in your pants.
Yeah, little lady nut. No, so you've had caviar.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
So you're a real fancy boy. Tell me, I've never had caviar. I clearly did not grow up with a privileged upbringing, your armoireless household like you.
Well, okay, to be completely transparent, when I had it was because I was the caterer. I was a caterer eating the hors d'oeuvres that I was passing around the party. So it was at the Lux Hotel in Beverly Hills, and I would occasionally get called up to cater these fancy events. And one of the things we passed around were these little pieces of, how fancy can I be when I don't know that you call cooked bread toast? Okay. It was on the, and it's delicious. It's just like, I like salty things. You have to like salty because it's salty. That's why you can't just eat it straight up. Like some people eat it on a spoon. Those are your real fancy boys. Because that's just like salt to me. But if you cut it right with the different things, then it's a whole other flavor profile and combination that I don't think you can get from anything else. But it's also a fish eggs, and they just squeeze that shit right out of the fish, and that's nasty as hell.
You also got to put it on that silver spoon to eat it. That's how the fancy folks do it. I
want to say if you're real fancy, they're using like an ivory or like a bone spoon so as not to, change the flavor at all. That's fancy.
Then why do we say they're born with a silver spoon in their mouth? Shouldn't we say they're born with a bone spoon in their mouth?
You should say that they're born with a silver spoon up their ass. I think that should be what the saying is.
I think that's fair. And so you're controlling them like a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Like a popsicle puppet.
Like a hot dog on a stick.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this. Do you want, because you are clearly the rich white person on this podcast that knows all about caviar. Do you want it on your pizza?
I think it could be good on a cachapuri. Honestly, I bet it'd be good on cachapuri. But no, sausage goes on pizza, not caviar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, we discussed anchovies. We don't know if baby anchovies go on pizza or it's full. They're little fish.
Yeah.
They're little tiny fish. Does that mean they're little baby fish?
No, because fish are eggs. So any type of fish as a baby would be a form of caviar.
Well, but once they no, because as a baby, that's fish as an embryo.
Okay.
A baby would be what comes out of the eggs, and it comes out because they don't come out full size. They come out and then they grow, and they're baby fish, and then they grow and they suck on their mother's teeth, and then after a while,
no, they don't. Fish don't have teats.
Baby fish suckle right on the little teeth, right on the little fish teeth. And then that's what helps them to grow big is by suckling on the mother's milk, and it makes them bigger, and they become bigger fish. Like tuna is. Can we
go back? Hold on. Are they? So they're suckling fish milk in your the way you see the world. They're underwater suckling the fish milk underwater from their fish moms.
Yeah, through the teeth, the fish teeth.
Okay. Anything that has eggs has no milk.
What about chicken?
No milk. No nipples. If they're eggs, on their breast, eggs, there are no nipples. Huh? Except women. Wait a minute now. Women have eggs and nipples.
It's a very good point. Yeah. So do chickens.
Weird. Humans are an anomaly like the platypus. What's up with that? Why do women have eggs and nipples? Something to think about.
What about dogs have eggs? That's how they get it. Like all embryos are eggs, and then they suckle on the teats and they grow bigger.
No, but I'm talking about laying eggs. My question: where does the egg even come from? Does it come from the cooter?
Whose egg?
Eggs.
Chicken egg.
Chicken egg.
Yeah.
Fish egg. The cooter.
Yeah. Yes. And then they hatch, and then they suckle like little chicks. They suckle on the little hen's teeth, and they grow bigger. That's how it works.
God damn it. Okay. Well, I'm just saying this. Full-size anchovies are nasty. I don't want the baby ones. Sounds so gross. A bunch of baby anchovies all over your pizza. Who wants that?
But I'm saying they're like little fish, so they could be little babies. We don't know.
I've seen anchovies. Honestly, I've never eaten it because gross. And I might like it. I don't know. They say as you get older, you get more. Your palate adapts, whatever.
Oh, very much. But also, they're very salty, like your caviar. So you might like caviar. You might like the anchovy.
Look, okay. So if someone who knew how to eat them made a pizza with anchovies on it, or like an anchovy on a slice, I'll try it. Okay? But
baby anchovy?
Fuck no. And especially not over sausage. Get out of here.
All right. Well, now what about other creatures of the sea? Not necessarily fish, but other seafaring beings, such as like crustacean, squid. They sometimes they put calamari, but that's not included really on the list. Like you got.
Did you say weird. Did you say crustaceans?
Crustaceans.
If we're eating crustaceans, are we talking about the lady-strations or the menstruations?
Crustaceans.
Got it.
Crusty crustaceans. Now, I assume it goes on the pizza because of the crust.
Mm-hmm.
Crustacean. So it's just kind of a natural additive. You just put the Asian on it, and then it goes on a pizza.
Yeah, the Asian. Okay, so different type of Asian. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about like scrump?
Like shellfish, like scrimps, or some crab. Maybe some crab pizza.
Well, let's hit these one at a time. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start here. Sausage versus shrimp. Now, before we even get into all that, I got an issue with the fact that we even call these things shellfish. These are not fish. Shellfish. It's not a freaking fish. You can call a turtle a shellfish. No, it's a totally different thing. It's another creature entirely. Crustacean is an oceanic insect, like a cricket or a grasshopper or a beetle. And if we're going to be honest about it, fine. If we just said, "Hey, you want a giant oceanic king crab leg?" You know what I'd probably say? Yes, but they lied to us, and this is why I have trust issues.
Because of shellfish.
Oceanic insects.
Look, some of us like to eat it. So I think you should drop this crusade and stop being so shellfish.
I see what you did there. I like that one. All right, fine. So then sausage versus scrump. I like scrump. I was telling you, CBK, they have that garlic chicken pizza. They also have a garlic shrimp pizza.
Yeah, you can chop it up. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you put it on there, it adds a little flavor. It has its own unique flavor.
Its own unique texture.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the pizza thing, though, see, I love a shrimp scampi, but that's a pasta. So if we're talking about as a pizza topping, it's not going to beat sausage in my book.
Well, I agree. Shrimp's okay. But, it has a place, but you're not going to find it at Domino's for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's an artisan pizza thing, and it's not.
Why is it so damn expensive? You know, it doesn't have to be that expensive.
Maybe I don't know. I had a shrimp one time. It was this big.
Whoa!
It wasn't a. I don't think it was a prawn. Oh, no, I think they were prawn.
It had to be a prawn.
But it was huge. It was like this big.
Yeah.
This big. And it was like $30. $30, and it wasn't that good. You know what it tastes like?
Huh?
Shrimp.
Right. It's like, why pay $30 for one giant shrimp when I can go to Popeyes and pay $8 for like 12 regular size shrimp?
Yeah, and those are like battered and taste better.
Yeah, and probably you get more meat than just one giant one. Plus, I imagine the bigger the creature is, well, okay, see, I'm getting deep now already. I would think it tastes worse because I'm thinking it's older. Now, although these are all teeny tiny baby, we're talking about the baby animals right now. So that's like a soft shell crab is a baby crab. Have you seen those where it hasn't hardened yet?
Baby crab is next on the list. Baby crab on a pizza.
Okay, so we're talking about, is it the soft?
A little bit of crab meat. Well, it's just the meat. It's just the crab meat.
Okay, so then sausage versus crab. All right, then fine. I don't know. Like I said, I do like king crab legs. Of all the oceanic insects, crab is probably my favorite. Well, no, I like shrimp. But crab is my second favorite. And I just want the legs. And it's got to be a king crab leg because it's too much damn work, to spend all that time cracking stuff open just to get like a little minuscule thing of meat, dip it in the butter and eat it, and boom, it's gone right then and there. And it's expensive. It's not worth it.
Well, but that's why you put it on pizza.
Who wants, if I say to you, hey, Zach, you want to go spend $20 on some crab pizza or you want to get a pepperoni and sausage? What are you doing?
Well, me personally, I'm not going to go for the crab pizza. I'm going to go for the pepperoni and sausage.
That's right.
But people do love crab.
Yeah, but it's our show. So you know what? They can, boom, take that.
Done and done. The crab moves down and out. We have 2 left. 2 left. The next one is crawfish.
Oh.
That's on the list. I don't know if you put baby crawfish on a pizza. You put crawfish on a pizza? Maybe in Louisiana?
I don't know, but don't they call them crawdads? Is a crawdad a crawfish?
I think crawdad is like a variety of crawfish, but it's like a little baby. Like we used to catch crawdads when I was a kid, but I think crawfish are something bigger and oceanier.
I think when I think of crawdad, they have those shrimp boils or like you go to a place and they just dump it all on your table on the paper with some potatoes and some corn. And all I know, I've never had it. Anything that they say, grab it by the head and rip it off and then you pinch the tail and you slurp it down. Like, no. I don't want your cricket. I don't want your ocean cricket. Get out of here.
What are you slurping down?
The inside of the crawdad, the inside of the crawfish.
Like the goo?
Whatever the meat is, it's their torso meat.
You're slurping down meat or goo? Like what? Like how do you slurp meat?
I think it's the meat cooked in its own goo. Like it doesn't sound good.
Is it like an oyster?
No, it's like a cricket. I don't want it. Get out of here. And it's not even a crawdad because this is the children. This is the cross sons. And I definitely don't want a cross son.
Crawbaby.
Cross son.
No cross ends for you?
Get out of here.
All right. But crickets are the future.
They are. We're going to end up having to eat them in the future. But, okay.
Now, we have one more. This is the final round.
No, you know what? I got one more after this, too. But go on.
All right. Okay. Well, then let's just do this one. The next one is the ocean cricket cousin, the ocean roach. Oh. That is the lobster. Now, lobster is delicious when done right, but it's just like better than shrimp, but it's basically just like shrimp, like texture and taste. Essentially, it's just like shrimp. You put it on a pizza, are you going to be able to even differentiate between shrimp and lobster? Probably not. Especially not if it's a baby lobster, Yeah. And not just that, like you said, it's good when it's done right. It's real easy to overcook oceanic insect. Because I think you either boil them or you steam them, generally alive, which is just cruel. But I think you normally do that. And then if you overdo it, that meat becomes tough. So rubbery. Yeah, and that's not good at all. It's not good that way. So I'm just imagining, look, you want to order pizza on pepperoni and sausage. I don't want no damn lobster on my pizza. All right. Piglet. What about piglet? Oh, you want piglet. That's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. All right. You said you have one more. I did. I was thinking because when we had talked about all these different things that can go on the pizza, we were like, oh, yeah, that's all of it. But you know what teeny tiny baby animal we forgot? What did Mary have? A little lamb? That's right. What lamb do you put on a pizza? Shawarma. Okay. What? You ever had shawarma? Shawarma pizza? You ever had shawarma? Have you ever had shawarma? Maybe. Is that Mediterranean, right? Yes. It's like Mediterranean food. I don't know what I eat generally when I get Mediterranean food. I just pick something that sounds good, or I tell them, what do you recommend? You ever had a gyro? A gyro? I'll have that. Yeah. A gyro. Do you order, when you order, do you call it a gyro? Because there are gyro people and euro people. No, it's a gyro because I'm normal. I want to say from the Midwest and the East Coast, I think they're calling it gyros over there, which is even crazier because they have more of an ethnic melting pot. You would think they would know that it's a gyro. A gyro. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they do this. They're terrible human beings and giant toolboxes.
Yeah, that's fair. And trash bags and muff cabbage.
All of the above.
Now, shawarma doesn't have to just be lamb. It can be goat. So we can have baby goats. We can have baby lambs. I think they can do baby calf. They can probably do baby chick. They can probably do all the animals. A turkey. We didn't even talk about a baby turkey. You want to put any baby turkey on your pizza?
Well, you know what? Turkey sausage is actually very good and very healthy for you.
Dude, you know, the more you talk, the more it's just reaffirming sausage to me. Because sausage can be piglet. Sausage can be baby turkeys. Sausage can be veal, baby calves. Sausage can be a combination of all the teeny tiny baby animals into one casing, ground up, put a little spice up in there. Boom. You know what you call that? Teeny tiny little baby sausage. Delicious.
Does that make the case stronger for sausage or weaker? Because you got to mix it all up and put spices in there.
No, you don't have to. You can do any of those. In fact, I would order. I would call it the slaughterhouse pizza or the teeny tiny baby animal pizza, and I would kill all the animals separately, turn them all into different sausages, okay, and then put them all on the pizza.
You know what? Hang on 1 second. I got to do something. Oh, no. That's our winner. It's the teeny tiny cute little baby animal all sausage pizza. It's a tie between all the sausages from all the baby animals and all the winners.
Delicious.
And that's it. They won. All the baby animal sausages won.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Perps aren't allowed to decide our topics anymore.
No, they're fired. In fact, sorry, the dog almost destroyed the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna let my dog pick next week's topic.
Yeah, you let him know, and if he acts up, let him know that we can easily turn his children into sausage.
That's exactly right. We'll see you next time on Perpendicular Mouth.
Perpendicular Mouth.
Peace out. I got my pup right here. There's a